I was going to ask you with Preston Williams, does it look like it could be a long-term injury? And what was the thinking with having Solomon Kinley, not play most of the last 3 quarters? I know there was a tough decision there because you have more than 5 starting caliber linemen.
With Preston, we'll just take that day by day. We're still kind of evaluating that situation, but he's a tough kid. He'll try to fight through things, and we'll see how that one goes. As far as the O-line rotation, we just Solomon's done a good job really the entire season. Obviously we had Austin out and Robert Hunt in, and Jesse's played a few different positions. Really only 2 guys who have really been locked in are Eflo and Ted. So we just want we feel like we have 6 guys we feel really comfortable with. We went with 5 of the 6. I mean that's all you can play unless you go with a heavy tight end. So that was the group yesterday for the majority of the game, and we'll see what it is next week.
Omar?
Flo, where are you guys right now in terms of the not concussion protocol, but the COVID protocol? And is there a possibility that you'll get some of the assistants back, or is that still a situation where you have to wait and see?
We're just going to follow the protocol, based that when we get that from the league. I mean, but we're in the intensive protocol. We got to meet virtually. There's a few other factors to that. There's a period of time that has to pass before guys can start coming back. So we'll just follow the protocols, and when guys are allowed back, they'll be back in. Thankfully everyone's safe and healthy, and it's when we can get them back. We'll be happy to have them back.
Steve?
Ryan, 24 hours later, what pleased you the most about Tua's performance yesterday?
Well, I was happy with the team performance. I think it was a tough game against a very good football team. Came down to a couple plays. I mean, that's a handful of plays. Could have gone either way. I thought the guys played hard. I thought they battled, dealt with some adversity throughout the game. Made some mistakes, but fought through it, and it was a great team victory. Obviously, got contributions from all 3 phases offensively. You mentioned Tua; he played well. Kind of led the way in the fourth quarter. Made some plays, throwing it, running it. Defensively, got some key stops, and Jason made some really good kicks. At the end of the half and end of the game.
Cam?
Hey, Flo. Good evening. I wanted to see how you viewed maybe how you guys covered DeAndre Hopkins. I know you guys held him to 3 for 30, but X got a handful of PIs. How do you kind of grade that out, when you weigh everything?
I mean, I thought we had too many penalties, throughout the game. It wasn't just X, just, generally speaking, false start penalties, DPIs, hands to the face. Things we can do better, and we'll coach it harder and try to, just place an emphasis on it. Those can only hurt us; they can't help us. So, negated some what would have been let's call it critical plays in the game. So, but look, Hopkins is a great player. I said it last week. If I had one guy for a 50-50 ball, he'd be the guy. He's a tough cover. So, thought we did a good job on him for the most part, minus the penalties. But they got a good offense. They had a lot of other players. Kirk played well. Obviously, the quarterback played well. They ran the ball effectively. So, plenty of corrections for us to make. But we still have a long way to go. We have to make a lot of improvements over the second half of the season.
Al? Brian, there was some speculation on social media, and judging by the video, it seemed like there might be something to this. Was Preston injured when Wilkins was celebrating with him in the end zone?
I'm not much on social media, Hal, so I don't know what's on there, what's not on there. Look, Preston, obviously had an injury, didn't return. Honestly, whether, when, how it happened, I'm not, I don't think that's what happened, how it happened. That's not on the coach's copy. But it looked like it was during the play based on what I saw. But I don't know, maybe it was somewhere else. I mean, it's obviously some other people saw something else. I think the thing is that he did, suffer an injury, and look, hopefully, he'll do everything he can to get back, and we'll just evaluate it day to day and take it one day at a time.
Omar?
In terms of Preston's absence, Matt Collins stepped up for you guys. I know he's been an important player on special teams. Where is he in his development as a receiver? And also, you've kind of got a young batch of receivers there. If Preston isn't able to play, who do you expect to step up?
Max done a good job in the kicking game, and practices hard, and he's made a few plays in practice really every week. As far as who steps in, I mean, I think a lot of that'll be based on how we practice this week, and then whatever Chan kind of puts together from a game plan standpoint, who we think fits, will execute the game plan the best of the group. So, look, yeah, you're right. We have a lot of young guys, and hopefully, if they happen to play, then they go in and play well. But guys like Matt Collins, obviously Jakeem jumped in there. Malcolm Perry played good chunk yesterday. So we got to practice well, we got to prepare well, and hopefully we execute in the game.
Jose?
Thank you. Coach, I wanted to ask you a little bit about Honduras because last week the hurricane Hita passed through the country. And first off, I want to know if your family is doing well. I know there's a lot of people struggling there. And I just want to get your thoughts on that. And, it's a tough time for the country.
I'm glad you're on the call, Jose, because I was going to mention this anyway. Honduras has been hit pretty bad, and not pretty bad. They've been hit they've been hit bad, very bad, and they need a lot of help there. A lot of areas. Obviously, it's a country. I don't want to say they don't have a lot of resources, but I know they're struggling, and as much help and support as they can get. I know I'll do my part for sure. There's many people that could help. I mean, it's definitely needed. My heart goes out to them, the people there, and really in those other Central American countries. Nicaragua, I know, got hit. Guatemala, and also South Florida. I mean, we're dealing with floods, from what I understand. Flooding hasn't been this bad, and I don't know how long, based on some people I've talked to, but definitely in those Central American countries that they're struggling. So I know I'll try to support them for sure.
Steve?
Ryan, Emmanuel Ogba said yesterday that the coaches are putting him in the right position to succeed. What are the things about his skill set that gives the coaching staff a lot to work with and that they're taking advantage of?
Well, he's got versatility. Play inside, outside. He's tough. Plays against the run. Plays well against the run. And look, he's fast. He's got length. He's smart. So he can do a lot. He's a good teammate. It's tough. I think I probably said that already, but he's a good player. But we got a lot of other guys on the defense who are, it's never just one guy. It's a team effort, and we got a lot of guys who are, preparing the right way and making sacrifices for one another. And Agba does that as well for his teammates.
We got time for one more. We'll go to Alan.
Hi, Brian. Wanted to get your thoughts on what you saw from Salvin Ahmed yesterday.
I thought he ran well. He's got some juice. It was pretty good for his first time out. There's a protection play that stands out to me that I thought could have been better. I don't know if anyone else noticed that one. Did you see that one, Omar? Yeah. So, but he's I think for his first time out, I thought he played well. It wasn't. I thought he took advantage of the opportunity.